Hey everybody, E-Ray Taronic here, master weaver of mystery suspense thrillers, as well as broadcaster of astrology. Okay, we're going to get through this, but do know you can check my page at author E-Ray Taronic on Facebook, and I give you a way more detailed video. I try to go a little faster with these YouTube videos because they take forever to upload, okay? The first thing I want to go over with you guys, some of you don't know that I write books and screenplays in celebration of and in collaboration with Book Lovers Con, which you can look up on Facebook. My Compelled to Murder series, the extended version, and Compelled to Murder 2 Stephen's Lineage will be free for download on Saturday, March the 28th, okay, for one day. Okay, so if you are subscribed to my newsletter, you can click the last page. It'll take you to Amazon. You can go to my website or to my Amazon author page and download those on Kindle for free on Saturday. And check them out. I would love to, get a review from you. Anyway, the next thing I want to talk to you about is Saturn. It's in Aries, hampering on our image for the next 2 years up until 2028, April. Okay, if you have placements in Aries, Capricorn, Libra, Cancer, Virgo, and or Scorpio, you want to be very mindful of your image where you have those placements, okay, for the next 2 years. Very mindful. Okay, Leo and Leo and Sagittarius placements, it looks really good for you. Gemini and Aquarius placements, it affords you assistance and or opportunity, so it looks good for you as well. But I would say for those other placements, you really want to watch it for the next couple of years as it pertains to your image. If I were you, I would get your chart so that you can see when Saturn is at a degree that's squaring you. Okay, whenever it's within 3 degrees backward or forward, squaring your sign. Say you're a Cancer at 5 degrees or 6 degrees. Whenever that's Aries and Saturn is anywhere between 3 and 9 degrees, it's impacting your image, okay, negatively, or you're going to have to put in effort. I would advise you to get your chart. You can get a free chart, or I do a natal chart analysis as well that I am a little more detailed with. Either way, if I were you, I would get your chart, okay? Now, let's move along to the actual astrology. I'm going to run through this quickly because you can get a more detailed video on my Facebook. So I'm not going to go through how everything is affecting every sign. If you want to see that, you should go there. Now, first of all, the sun will be in Aries at 3 degrees of Aries until 11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday, which means if you're watching this on Monday, by 11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, it will be at this 3-degree mark. It pertains to your image and how you're seen. It affects all placements between 0 and 6 degrees. Under these energies, you can be more practical, matter of fact, generous, dutiful, unsophisticated, independent, wise. Some are not willing to increase their skills and intelligence, though. It's advised that you increase your skills and intelligence, okay? Especially if you have placements in Cancer, Capricorn, or Libra, Scorpio, and or Virgo, okay? You may be dealing with someone, or you may be hanging back from someone else. Not because you have ill intentions, but just because, you may want to hang back. Okay, this is a time of major decisions, so you might be making a major decision and taking time to ponder that. Encounters and events are happening, whether they're positive or negative, that are going to affect your life. So just be mindful of that. Okay. Check the astrology to see how it's affecting each and every sign, okay, at author E-Ray Taronic on Facebook. Now, the first 1 hour and 40-minute transit I want to talk about starts at 6:56 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is where the moon in Gemini at 16 degrees will make a fated yet karmic aspect to Lilith retrograde in Scorpio. Where you have placements between 13 and 19 degrees of Gemini and Scorpio, you're affected by these energies, and this pertains to lower aspirations, habits, and or vices. A unique challenge or circumstance can feature as it pertains to neighbors, neighborhoods, your locale, siblings, short distance travel, shared finances, passions, sex endings, and new beginnings. It's an emotional bond that could be intense and even magnetic that's featuring under this transit, and it might note some type of disruptive habit that you have, and it could have to do with a sexual habit. Your instinctive private side can come out, illuminating your shadowy rebelliousness or taboo nature, and you might justify these desires. Under these energies, one can be a burden on others or burdened by others or burdened by that desire. Whether you're tasked to take care of someone or pay for something, or you're coming out of money for something because of that desire, something is happening here with something could be happening here with some type of money that you could have to give up, or you could have to take care of someone, or something is going on here. Here you could be seen as kind, selfless, and or tactful. You might be dedicating yourself to alleviating someone's suffering too. So if you have some type of negative attachment to someone and you've been kind of not talking to them, you might feel like, oh, I'll just go ahead and alleviate their suffering and go ahead and talk to them and not keep them isolated. Some of you are dealing with things like that. These energies promote the welfare of humanity, and it protects artistic expression. Why someone shows generosity under this transit can be genuine, or they could be just doing it just to get what they want, or that could be you. The next hour and 40-minute transit I want to talk about starts at 8:37 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is where the moon in Gemini at 17 degrees will square Mars in Pisces. So wherever you have placements in your chart between 14 and 20 degrees of Gemini, Sagittarius, Pisces, or Virgo, you're seeing challenges or having to put in effort as it pertains to neighbors, neighborhoods, your locale, siblings, people, someone in your networks of people, short distance travel, education, skills. It could be your work, your health, your daily routines, or where you are of service to another person. Problematic secrets can come out. You could be making a sacrifice or having to be in your solitude. But you're going to have to watch out for this time because it's high tension. Quick emotional reactions can happen, volatility, conflict. You could be over assertive due to your emotional needs. You want to be aware of that. Under these energies, one can be swift, cunning, inventive, persuasive, and have high ideals. Beware of having too many ideas or too many options and not sorting them out properly. Liking too many people. You over here, you over there. You don't know where you at. Know what's essential, what you need to keep, what needs to go. Okay, you're going to have to utilize your common sense and clearly define your goals, and don't waste your talents or skills where they're not needed or deserved. These can be risky, violent, or iffy times where you can lack foresight or knowledge of what's going to happen in a situation. Try to avoid conflicts and exercise patience. It's time to think carefully before you act, because some things require honing and or training. Watch out for accidents that have anything to do with transportation, walking, traveling, or anything like that, because you can have an accident. So just be mindful of that. The next transit I want to talk about is a 24-hour transit, and it starts at 11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it goes up until Wednesday at 11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The sun in Aries will be at 4 degrees, and this pertains to your image or how you're seen. Where you have placements between 1 and 7 degrees, you're affected by these energies. Under these energies, one can be seen as more ambitious, clingy, agile, enterprising, resourceful. Despite obstacles, you can obtain a good position if you put in effort and avoid conflicts, especially if you have placements in Sagittarius, Leo, Gemini, or Aquarius between 1 and 7 degrees. Perseverance and bravery will see you through adventures and conquests. Some are tasked to come out of money selflessly. So you might have to come out of some money or some resources, even if you have placements in Gemini or Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, or Libra between 1 and 7 degrees, even Virgo and or Scorpio. Taurus and Pisces placements, you can do it if you want to do it, because those are the areas where it's initiated by you. Okay. Anyway, let's move along to the next transit. It's a 1 hour and 40-minute transit, and it starts at 11:59 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The moon in Gemini at 19 degrees will square Pallas in Pisces. So where you have placements between 16 and 22 degrees of Gemini, Sagittarius, Pisces, and or Virgo, you're affected by these energies. And this speaks of challenges as it pertains to neighbors, neighborhoods, your locale, siblings, someone in your networks of people, short distance travel, long distance travel, education, skills, work, your health, your daily routines, where you are of service to another person, problematic secrets, making a sacrifice, having to be in your solitude, any of those things. This can require you utilizing your strategic planning, creativity, wisdom, knowledge, and or skills. If the situation deserves it, try to listen with a bit of compassion. Under these energies, one can be discreet, shrewd, task to be clear-sighted or perceptive. It's going to require effort, but money or recognition can be had via strategic planning, creativity, wisdom, utilizing your knowledge or your skills. A powerful or influential person or friend can be an asset and help you get over some type of plots where people are trying to take you down, take from you, or something like that. Sudden issues of disgrace can befall you, and you might need that influential person to help you, especially if someone's in the background slandering your name, causing havoc, causing turmoil. Okay? This can cause you to be indecisive or someone else to be indecisive, fickle, or confused. If you are pursuing too many goals at once, you can see yourself confused and going nowhere. If you see yourself approaching or pursuing too many people at once, you could see yourself confused and going nowhere. Okay, you won't get anything accomplished unless you pick a target and a goal and apply effort there without getting distracted. If you're selecting a partner, friend, person to work with, pick the more quiet, less dramatic, practical, matter-of-fact person. Okay? Beware of suffering from or dealing with someone who suffers from a mental disorder. It could even be not undiagnosed. So just be mindful of that, okay? You can typically tell when someone comes into your life if they're a good energy or a bad energy. If someone comes into your life and blessings come into your life and good energy comes in and good circumstances, money comes in, you know that's somebody you want to keep around you. If somebody else comes into your life and stuff starts falling apart and you feel terrible, your energy is drained, get them away from you. Anyway, moving along to the next transit. It's a 1 hour and 40-minute transit, and it starts at 5:02 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is where the moon in Gemini will, at 22 degrees, will sextile Venus in Aries. This speaks as to assistance or an offer as it pertains to romance, finances, and pleasure pursuits. Where you have placements between 19 and 25 degrees of Gemini, Aries, Aquarius, or Leo, you're privy to this energy. And this can involve neighbors, neighborhoods, your locale, siblings, short distance travel, and or your image. These, I would say, Sagittarius and Libra placements look good as well. So it could deal with long distance travel too in relationships. But anyway, this can be a harmonious, gentle, affectionate energy that enhances emotional charm and artistic expression and even kindness. And under these energies, one can be secretive, subtle, courageous, polished, kind, impressionable, or easily flattered. Try not to give in. Try not to behave with ingratitude. If somebody helps you, say thank you. Someone might be helping you out of poverty or loneliness. Here, you might be fighting an injustice as opposed to staying neutral. Or somebody else might be doing that, where they were just going to, I just stay out of it. They might be saying, no, this is wrong, and I'm going to fight against this. Still, it's advised to be discerning for who's good, discerning as to who is good for you, who is not good for you, who means to sabotage you, who means to covet what you have, who wants to trick you out your spot, who wants to use you for money or influence, who wants to steal your position at work, push up on your lover. You have to make your own choices. Don't allow friends or someone else to choose for you. This is your life, not their life. You must exert willpower, courage, mental strength, and emotional strength, or you'll find yourself being puppeteered by other people or another person. The next transit I want to talk about is a 39-minute transit. It's fast. Starts at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, goes until about 8:24 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The moon in Gemini at 23 degrees will be sextiling Venus in Aries. It offers, or you're offering, or it's being offered to you some type of assistance and or opportunity as it pertains to romance, finances, or pleasure pursuits. So where you have placements between 20 and 26 degrees of Gemini, Aries, Aquarius, Leo, Sagittarius, and even Libra, I'd say, you're privy to this energy. And it can involve neighbors, neighborhoods, your locale, siblings, short distance travel, your image, long distance travel, relationships. These can be harmonious and gentle times, affectionate energies that enhance emotional charm, artistic expression, and kindness. Under these energies, one can be generous, spontaneous, cheerful, weak-willed, carefree, have the gift of gab, be superficial, or simply lack depth. It's advised that you make an effort to be more focused as opposed to being scatterbrained or easily distracted by other things or other people. Also, beware of indulging in meaningless activities or conversations when you know you need to be focused on something more important. This doesn't have to be drastic. Here you are allowing someone else to kind of tell you what to do or run the show, but it doesn't have to be drastic. This could be something small, like a child. For instance, you might want to save money for a payment, but your kid or your lover might want to go out to eat. You'll be convinced to do what they want you to do instead. Sensuality can have its way here, even if it's not sexual. But if it is sexual in nature, you could be dealing with someone that's an issue for you, or you're an issue for them. Probably temptation. Now, the next transit is a 1 hour and 40-minute transit. It's the last one I want to talk about. It starts at 10:03 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The moon in Gemini for 1 hour and 45 minutes will be at 25 degrees, sextiling Chiron and Aries. And this speaks as to assistance or an offer that ushers in healing to your image. Where you have placements in Gemini, Aries, Aquarius, Leo, I would say Sagittarius and Libra as well, between 22 and 28 degrees, you are privy to this assistance and or opportunity, or you're offering it. This could deal with neighbors, neighborhoods, your locale, siblings, short distance travel, long distance travel, your image, relationships. Emotional wounds can be healed. Under these energies, you could be healing jealousy, anger issues, aggressive behavior, a fight, a disagreement, the blame game, stubbornness. If you keep your attitude and your passions in check, you can see generosity or loyalty expressed here. Here, you're lucky and you have the protection or support of someone who is higher up, powerful, authoritative, influential or beneficial in some way, or somebody who's just like not going to give up on you. Okay, not willing to give up on you. Some will land themselves in a good position because you made the right decision and fast. Some are tasked to make a quick decision. Okay, regardless, you could see yourself in a good position. Okay. Thanks for sticking around for the daily astrological update. Don't forget to check out the Compelled to Murder series on Saturday. Download it for free. The extended version, the full-length Compelled to Murder version, and Compelled to Murder 2, Stephen's Lineage. Okay? Thanks. Bye now.